Alright, we are live. Hey guys, how's it all going? My name is Mitchell. I am joined along with...
I'm CJ.
Hey guys, how's it all going? My name is Mitchell. I am joined along with... Oops, sorry, I gotta remember on push to talk, so... I had to mute my stream so that I did not have my past self talking to me. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a observer. What would you call this, CJ?
We will be observing a live show match between two members of a clan and co-casting, commentating as they play.
And that's going to be basically part one of this stream. Part two will be me and CJ will go up against an AI team. And basically, the goal there is to get me back up to speed, because I haven't played Starcraft 2 in a long time. Basically, I had this game when it first came out. It blew up my previous video card, and that was when I was like, okay, well, I guess that is a good cue to stop playing Starcraft 2 and move on to League of Legends.
Ooh, that's a shame.
Yeah. And then after that, we're gonna see if we can take the strategies we learned in the AI matches and put them against real people. Also, we got a comment contest going on in this stream, so if you guys check the description of this stream, you'll see that if you guys give us a comment with a basically make up your own quote from one of the units in StarCraft. You know how if you keep on clicking on a unit, they'll give you some kind of unique unit quote. We want you to basically give us your own, and we'll pick our favorite. And we'll send you a Gamefront shirt. Sound good?
And we'll be streaming again tomorrow night, Friday, or tomorrow evening, I suppose, in Pacific time. And then on Saturday, we're going to have our grand prize. A very, very big prize. That is a collector's edition of StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm, which will be given out to one lucky winner.
The grand finale of this week of StarCraft 2. Alright, well, I can't wait to get this started. We're gonna see that black guy and Blaze. Zerg vs Terran, let's get started.
Indeed, and as we're loading into the game now, we're going to refer to that black guy as his proper clan name, Sobek, because I've already been called a racist for simply saying that name out loud.
Come on, it's his name!
Well, what's in a name, right?
What's in a name?
The chosen map, I believe, is Ohana. Not familiar with this one,
I was
but
just going to ask that.
yeah, it seems to be one of Sobek's favorites, or Blaze's.
And he said his name is Sobek? Was that what you said it was?
That's right, as we'll introduce the players here. We have, up in the top left corner, in the red trunks, that black guy, aka Sobek, playing Zerg, and in the bottom right corner, we have in the blue trunks, Blaze, playing Terran.
Alright, remind me again, CJ, how do I get to what you're seeing?
So, toward the bottom right, you'll see Everyone E. Click that pull down, and then you can click on my name.
Got it. Alright.
So both of these players are gold, or they were gold, and Wings of Liberty they were high gold, about to get into platinum, so this should be a fairly even matchup.
I just love how I'm shoutcasting game when I have really no concept of high-level StarCraft play, but I can tell you right now the blue player is building a wall so that the Zerg cannot get in.
That is
it's a very advanced strategy.
Indeed, always a great idea to stop an early pool, an early rush from getting into your base. Not quite as necessary against Protoss or Terran, but always a great strategy against Zerg. Looks like Sobek has sent in an early scout. I believe that was a 9 scout, so he wants to make sure there are no shenanigans going on, checking out for any refineries up to see if we're going to have any Reaper harass, which is back in style now with Heart of the Swarm thanks to the Reaper regeneration.
See, this has always been my problem with StarCraft, this harassing thing. Why can't people just leave me alone, let me build up my units, they can build up their units, we'll agree at a specific time to come in the middle and just battle it out.
Well, that sounds like you would have
That's
enjoyed
how war should be.
the Brood War days of no rush 20 minutes. There was the...
Yeah, exactly. What happened to those days?
What happened indeed. It looks like Sobek went for a fairly early pool. I'm not sure if that was a... Sorry, not a pool, rather a hatch. Didn't... that looked like that was a hatch first, in fact. That's a fairly aggressive expand, I believe. And he's going for the gas steal as well, trying to limit Blaze's potential tech paths, or just gain some early scouting, or just be annoying.
Yeah, it is really annoying. I can definitely tell you that. I've experienced this before. And then he cancels it right at the end. Oh, then he puts it right back in. Wow, God.
You gotta be faster in your timing.
Blaze, you're kind of a dick. Just saying. No, I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. This is a very viable strategy, but it's also kind of a dick move. Wow, he's really good at harassing. Oh, and that's the end of that.
Looks like Blaze is working on an expansion of his own. He's going to build it in his base and then float it down to his natural. Meanwhile, we have the drone transfer happening up in Sobek's base. I believe you mentioned you play Protoss, correct?
Yeah, I do play Protoss.
That makes two of us.
Mostly because I... Oh yeah, you're a Protoss player too. Mostly because Zerg has too much, you know, you need to do too much management of your different hatcheries, and you know each one has however many larvae they have to eventually turn into units. It's too much for me. Protoss, I can get behind. I can understand their playstyle.
Yeah, keeping up on Zerg macro has actually become more difficult in Wings of Liberty now that you have your Queen inject timings, and it looks like we're going to see some harass from Blaze right now, and I'm not sure that Sobek has much to respond to this with. That Queen's going to go down.
Yeah.
Or no, manages to save the Queen with some...
Well, he's morphing in. He's morphing in some Zerglings at his main.
And here come the Spines, and that should keep him safe for a couple more minutes. Managed to save that Queen. Very good move.
4 Spines. You don't think that that might be a little excessive?
That might be overcommitting a little.
And again, I apologize if I am making judgments and shouldn't be making judgments. I am not a gold level player.
Looks like they're both about even in worker supply, which actually gives Terran the advantage thanks to OP mules.
Zerg's got some great map control right now. He has everything covered.
That he does, doing a great job sending out those overlords and maintaining control of the Zelnaga watchtowers. Although Blaze has taken back the southern one. Oh, looks like Blaze is missing a worker on one of these refineries, unless that's part of his build.
Looks like we got a factory going up with 2 Hellions with a reactor.
If those Hellions, I'm not sure if you're following me right now, but these rocks, if these rocks get knocked down, but looks like Sobek has an eye on that, if they're knocked down, those Hellions can come in and rape that mineral line. Those spine crawlers will be out of range.
Well, let's see what happens.
And here go the Hellions. Not quite effective against roaches, those are good against Zerglings and drones.
No.
Oh, and there goes one Hellion. We can see that Sobek is quite significantly ahead in Just sheer volume, 74 supply to 59.
What do you think? What do you think Blaze has to do right now to keep in this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Whatever I say probably won't be the right idea. I believe that Marauders are effective against roaches, especially if they do have the. Oh, they don't have concussive shells yet, but I know that those are very effective against stalkers, and roaches are sort of Zerg stalkers that can't hit air. They're armored units, so something Blaze should be doing is repairing those bunkers. Maybe get a siege tank out on the high ground in siege mode. The Widow Mines, yes.
Look at those Widow Mines. That's a new unit for Starcraft, or Heart of the Swarm, right?
That's correct. They're similar in a way, or at least they're the spiritual descendant of the Spider Mine from Brood War. However, they're not a one-time use mine. They keep going and going, like the Energizer, buddy. I just went there.
No, you went just far enough. Any farther, it wouldn't have been funny.
So Blaze should probably be getting another orbital command here at his natural, or at planetary. But I think planetaries are reserved generally for the third. Meanwhile, Sobek has gone ahead and gotten his third. Smart move. As Zerg, you generally want to be one base ahead of your either Terran or Protoss opponent. Seems to be going fairly roach heavy, so I think Marauders, a Banshee would wreck right now, but I think Marauders and Siege Tanks, basing myself on what tech he presently has. But there's the starport, 2 starports. If we see mass Banshees, this would be devastating to Sobek right now.
Let me just clarify, dual starports with reactors, so that's going to be 4 Banshees coming out of those starports at once. So that's going to be a very significant force very quickly.
Oh, and the Hellions get by, and they're starting to melt those drones.
Oh.
How many kills will they get? Oh, wow, look at that surround. 1 Hellion down.
He did pretty good. A good defense there.
Trying to find the hotkey to see worker kills. Not working out for me.
Oh, we got medevacs, not Banshees, actually. So we're gonna see a drop somewhere.
Possibly a Hellion drop? Probably not, though. We have 4 Hellions trying to do better than their last companions. But once again, that's surround. And where are those?
Oh, and I was totally wrong. Thanks for correcting me, CJ. You apparently cannot build Banshees with reactors. You need to have a tech lab. So
that's what I was thinking. But
bad.
I was wondering if things change with Heart of the Swarm. Didn't want to say anything wrong.
So I just look like the idiot here. That is a lot of roaches.
Yeah, the supply differential is increasing. I don't want to say exponentially, but drastically.
Oh,
Blaze
I don't know
if
you probably didn't just see this, but what was that salvage thing that the Terrans just did? Ooh, never mind. We'll wait on that.
So he was salvaging his bunkers to get back the minerals, and looks like the army now. Nice surround again. Sobek with those great surrounds, scaring off that Terran army. The Marauders do have concussive shells now, so I think they can kite these roaches, and those 4 medevacs running low on energy, but they have been making the difference. And suddenly this is a very even game. We're up to both about 90 supply on... Oh, the Zerg just popped. And once again is significantly ahead in supply, but the gap is closing. I believe with that push, Blaze should have been producing a command center behind that, getting ready to expand. Otherwise, if the Zerg maintains map control, that's what the Zerg wants to do. Zerg likes to play the late game, likes to have that map control, get all those bases up, and deny their opponent expansions.
Yeah, we're still seeing pretty much the same strategy from the Zerg. They're just massing those roaches. Do you think who is at the advantage right here in terms of strategy? Is it the roach strategy or the Terran Marauder medevac strategy?
Well, the Terran undoubtedly has a more balanced army composition. However, I do see an infestation pit, so we might be seeing some infestors, which tend to be quite effective against medevacs and bioballs.
Oh, someone's about to regret their purchase of a command center. Cancelled in time.
And you were right, here comes a drop. 1 Hellion, 1 Marauder, 3 Marines. And maybe this can do some damage, but it's spotted already thanks to Sobek's excellent vision.
Map control. That's how you do it.
What's funny is that in the campaign, without going into spoilers, Kerrigan expounds upon the virtues of possessing vision in military operations, and I couldn't help but feel that was a nod towards multiplayer, that you want to have map control and vision of what your opponent is doing. I'm not sure I agreed with attacking that base. He did make him cancel it, which is good, but he also alerted him to his presence and now will not be able to damage the mineral line.
Yeah, I would have to say I think he knew that he was spotted by those overlords, so he figured he would get what he could get.
Blaze needs to make something happen with this push right now. Great thing about Wings of Liberty, rather Heart of the Swarm, you no longer have to research siege mode, I believe.
Really? Wow.
They're just giving it away now. Sending out that Hellion to scout. Oh, can he take out that drone? And he does. Meanwhile,
is 200 still the max supply in Heart of the Swarm?
That's correct. This isn't, yeah, I believe Brood War increased the unit supply, not Heart of the Swarm. What's going on up here?
So,
Swarm hosts, aha. So the new unit, these are effectively like lurkers, and they're burrowed so they cannot be seen without a scan. And he's just stopping his opponent from expanding in that direction. If I were Zerg right now, though, I would have double expanded. I mean, I've had map control for a long time. He has a maxed army right now. He should be expanding all over the place. He should be feeling very confident. How's he doing on his upgrades? 2-2, excellent. Versus the Terran, also 2-2, so they're actually evened out there.
Do you think the lack of unit variety is going to pretty much, you know, you see some Hydralisks now, but it's pretty much all roaches there?
Well, I would have felt more confident if the Terran had made some Banshees to take advantage of that solid roach composition, but now some Hydras are getting mixed into the fray. They'll be able to take out those medevacs.
Oh, here come the roaches!
Full
And we have a battle!
This time it seems the Terran might have the better concave. Indeed, wow. That was devastating to the Zerg army.
This might be it. And I think that might be it. Let's see what kind of counter we can see here.
Indeed. Now, as a Zerg, Sobek can remass very quickly, but we're not sure if he is able to do so. How many larvae he has? I believe he's producing them now. Yeah, here come 40 roaches, right on time. Those 4 spines did come in handy, and suddenly...
Oh, no siege mode.
Oh no. Suddenly Zerg's back in this game.
Yeah, I do not think that's going to be enough of a force to really deal significant damage here.
24 roaches are in production. Will they be able to come out in time?
Man, I am totally wrong. That is a significant amount of damage he's doing.
terrible, terrible damage. And here come the roaches to clean up the Terran army.
Oh, but that siege tank.
Focus firing down the siege. That's clever target prioritization. And you should be focus firing with those roaches to negate those healing effects. Terran reinforcements are en route. Oh, looks like the Hellbats are here. These are the basically firebats. They transform from the Hellion because apparently Terrans are now Transformers. Where are those roaches rallied? No.
Well, they're massing up.
I'm concerned that Terran is overcommitting to this push. I don't know how much he's macroing up behind this. I see a worker transfer happening down south now, which is good. But his army has been cleaned up.
The good news is that if it's just roaches, all he has to do is just pick them up with the medevac, and they're completely out of danger.
That's a great point. I'm not sure why we haven't seen more Hydralisks come out. Or, in fact, Infestors. Oh, here comes a drop. No, but Sobek is on it. Sobek's main is mined out. His natural isn't doing too good. His third has no workers, so income isn't looking too good. Meanwhile, Blaze is mined out. But there come those mules to take advantage of the third. Dem OP mules. But here comes the counter from Sobek. Getting a nice surround. I'm not liking that medevac to army ratio. Would like to see more units in the core army.
A little more army.
Yeah. Very smart.
Oh no, the mules! Save the mules!
And that's unfortunate, or perhaps clever from Blaze to cut off those reinforcements. Excellent use of picking up his army, unfortunately losing the siege tank, but still an even game.
Man, this is a nail-biter here.
That it is, Mitch. I'm still very curious about this Mineral Field Ultra. I have never seen this before. Sobek racing back to his base, but will he be able to get there on time to stop this Doom drop? Looks like he will, or no, he's not aware of it. This can do... Well, fortunately he has no workers there, but...
Oh, it's because... Well, nope, the roaches are going to get there. We desperately need to see some Hydralisks here to deal with these medevacs. He is just getting away unpunished for this.
You know, you asked earlier if how I thought about Sobek going so roach heavy. I would have liked to see a tech shift once you noticed these drops coming in. I'm not sticking with the roach strategy. We're seeing much more versatility coming from Blaze with the drops, with the mech, with the bio. However, Sobek is hanging in there. Might have better micromanagement of his army. Here come the Hydras. How many medevacs will be lost? There
we go.
3,
oh,
4.
Now you're in trouble.
5, 6.
Oh, it's gonna be huge.
Oh, that one medevac gets away with only 5 units in it. Devastating difference in unit supply now. Sobek is maxing up once again. Blaze is only at about 100. Sobek building another base. Again, I'd like to see him double expand, but he's still maintaining his lead. Sobek very, very mineral hungry right now, and very... Sorry, not Sobek. Blaze, very mineral hungry, but gas heavy. Floating 2,000 gas. Would like to see that dumped into some Banshees.
I can't hear you, CJ. There's too much shit going on. Death and destruction everywhere.
Siege tanks, great against Hydralisks. But looks like we're nearing the end game. Once again, Blaze is losing that
Oh,
expansion.
run away!
And he's going to lose it for good this time. No more floating it away. And that's his last really mining base. He's not going to be able to remax after this. Sobek is floating over 1,000 minerals, so he can pop a fresh Zerg army anytime he wants. Blaze is starved right now. He can't even afford to build another command center. He has 60 minerals. This is GG.
Look at that little tiny bit of mineral field that he's there just picking at.
Always painful to watch someone starve to death, but a valiant effort from Blaze nonetheless. Very close game throughout. Sobek is losing his army here, but he's going to be able to remax very easily. Again, floating over 1,000 minerals and gas. Blaze officially mined out with only 46 minerals. However, it's true, OP Mules, and he did have another command center. He's not out of this just yet. Is this a Hail Mary play right here?
That fat lady, you can hear her through the walls.
And
we
like
have an
Sobek
overseer coming in.
Indeed.
So what can the overseer do right here?
I believe they changed it in Heart of the Swarm, but it looks like Changeling and Contaminate. Oh, I guess they didn't change it. So not much. Basically, he can scout cloaked units, but spawning a Changeling allows basically a spy to infiltrate the enemy ranks. As we're seeing right now, that Marine is in fact a Zerg unit, just getting some scouting information. And nice to see that Sobek is expanding. He's not going all in, he's not overcommitting. Blaze may be pushing out with for one final hoorah. But here come the Roaches, once again picking up that command center. He desperately needed that income. Hydra's coming in a little late. They're going to be cleaned up fairly easily. Hydra's off creep are extremely slow. One thing I would have loved to see Sobek do more of is spread creep. His creep spread is limited to his base. He has tons of creep tumors. Would love to see those move out and take command of the map.
Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm actually trying to figure out how to view the comments while watching the stream.
That's alright. Oh, looks like the drones are burrowed, so they're being kept safe. One thing Sobek doesn't want to do is base race. You never want to base race a Terran who can just lift off, especially when you have no Mutalisks or Corruptors to pick off floating buildings. Once again, the Hydras are not there to pick off those medevacs.
Man, he is just hanging on to a thin thread right now. But he's hanging on.
That he is a valiant effort. The unit supply, there's a 300% difference right now, but again, OP Mules might keep Blaze in this game.
I mean, actually, if we look at it, both of them only have access to one mineral field right now. So, even though, you know, God, I'm trying to remember his name. That's not that black guy.
Sobek, right?
It never comes to me. Sobek. He has such a massively immense army, but man, I don't know. I guess we can't count anyone out here yet.
Well, Sobek does have 2 fully mining bases. They're not fully saturated, but they're very well saturated.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't see that other one.
Yeah, Blaze is not very saturated. Those mules make up for it.
Oh, Widowmines.
Did I miss some Widowmine action?
Yeah. Oh, those drones are gone!
Those roaches
Northwestern
are far
expansion.
too slow.
Oh, man. Blaze is just fighting. He is... I don't know how else to say it, but man, he is hanging on and he is doing damage.
He's hungry for this. A lesser player would have called it quits by now, but...
I would have been that lesser player.
Wonder why Sobek burrowed those roaches. Now, maybe so he can sneak by? No? Oh, he's charging the base. Sobek wants to end this and end this now. He's going for the jugular. Get in the high ground as well, and if Anakin or Ben Kenobi taught us anything, the high ground is very important.
Fortunately, taking out that command center isn't really going to do much for him.
It will stop some mules, but the army was the bigger priority. But looks like Blaze no longer has much to respond to this threat with, and we will likely be seeing a GG any moment now.
Oh, I wish I could see the comments update, but they're not updating for me.
And some smart siege tank placement is still keeping Blaze in this game. Those roaches are now stuck in the base. They can't get to that siege tank without taking significant damage. And Sobek not even mining anymore. Whereas Blaze is mining, Sobek's army is dying. Is Blaze back in this game? Are we seeing a resurrection right now?
I think, you know, man, all those drones are still just sitting there. He could bring them. Oh, wow, good game. It's over. Blaze takes the victory.
Blaze takes the victory.
Wow. Wow, that was pretty amazing.
Wow.
I think we need to see that again.
That was
I think we need to see a match
tenacity. 2. I'd love to see a second game. I'm going to throw up our splash screen. If you want to go over the details of the contest again, I'll see if we can arrange a match 2 here.
Whew.
So Mitch, what were the specifics of the contest we're holding again?
The specifics of the contest are post a comment with your own basic. You know how when you keep on clicking on a unit and you get those unique unit quotes.
Yeah, I believe in Starcraft 1 they called them annoyances, or maybe that was Warcraft 2 parlance.
Yeah, but what I don't know exactly what they're called, but the contest would basically be to see if they can come up with their own for us, one of the units, and we would pick our favorites.
I was always fond of Starcraft 1's Ghost. I'm about to overload my aggression inhibitors. So it looks like our players are up for another game. They just need a moment to gather themselves. That was an intense matchup. You know, really kudos to Blaze for sticking with it throughout the match. You know, he was behind for a significant amount, or at least it seemed he was, but he did not throw in the towel, and that just goes to show a lot of people, again, a lot of people would have quit out. And I think that's a lesson.
Again, I'm one of those people.
Hey, same here, you know. I guess that's a lesson, you know, even when you're playing ladder, you don't know what your enemy's doing unless you really know what he's doing, unless you scout and you can see exactly what he has. It's possible that your enemy is just as in a bad position as you are.
Absolutely. That was motivational, I would say. It motivates me to want to try. Yeah, inspirational will probably be the better word. Thank you. But yeah, I gotta learn to not give up so easily. Maybe be more of a tryhard.
Hoorah!
Zach is asking you, do you have a webcam? I'm not sure if he means if he wants you to turn on your webcam, or if he's just asking for maybe recommendations.
I do have a webcam. I would not be able to set that up today if that's what he was asking, but we could get that set up tomorrow.
Cool.
If that's what we want to do. Not sure. I don't know if people want to see my mug, but. You guys are set up with a webcam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get you guys up there. You're the face of Gamefront.
We can be the face, you can be the voice. Alright, so what's going on right now? Are we just are we waiting to get set up? Are they choosing the map?
Yeah, looks like it. Not sure if maybe one of them went out for a cigarette. They just needed to calm down a little. Again, that was a very long and tense game. So much back and forth. My nerves would be shot right now. I don't blame them for needing a bit of a break.
People are... Greenblade 91 wants us to one-on-one each other, apparently.
Oh, but then there would be very little dialogue going on.
It would be me screaming, CJ, stop! What are you doing to me? Get your damn SC or probes out of my base! Stop poking my warp-in gateway.
Well, you know, Heart of the Swarm has changed everything. You know, the build orders are different now. No one really knows for sure what the best builds are, so this is sort of starting over from scratch. So whatever tactics worked for me in Wings of Liberty, I know that PvP is now a completely different game. It used to be a very dull and monotone Robo versus Robo game. Now Air is actually viable in PvP, plus the Mothership Core allows you to be much more aggressive and expanding early on because it gives you that early defense you need to fight off pushes.
Man, I wish to God right now that I knew exactly what you were talking about, but I don't.
I'm actually going to see if maybe two other players have are up for a match in case these guys. I mean, we'd love to see them repeat this. It's a bit of a grudge match now, but for the sake of the show going on.
The show must go on.
For those who are looking at the clan tags, TAW is the Art of Warfare. It's a fairly large clan established about 12 years ago. Cross games is about 12 games in total, 2,200 members across 12 games. The Starcraft group has about 60 members, 60 plus members. they're always recruiting. If you want to check them out, head over to ta.net, taw.net.
Are there tryouts, or is it, can you just basically sign up, or how does it work?
Well, the great thing about this community is that it's not based on, it's not a clan in the traditional sense. It's more of a community. The only requirement really is that you're willing to be friendly and partake in a welcoming atmosphere.
Let me translate that. Don't be a dick.
There you go.
It's very simple. In fact, most places that you try to get into, they also have that requirement. Just don't be a dick. It's very easy.
Alright, looks like we can't get that other match going between the other two players. We'll see if we can find anyone else.
Or should we just start with our plan of doing 2v2s?
Yeah, I suppose we can do that.
Alright, let's go do that then. I'm sorry, I wish we were able to see a game 2 there, but as CJ said, the show must go on.
Indeed. Oh wait, actually, he just returned now. Maybe we can make this happen.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
I believe in traditional tournaments, games or matchups tend to be best of 3.
All right. Well then, we'll see how it goes. If there needs to be a rubber match or a third match, I guess you would call it, we'll go with it. Seems like it would be more interesting than watching me struggle with getting things going.
Well, we've all got to relearn the game now with Art of the Swarm.
So, Greenblade 91, you really want to see some inner game front turmoil? They're saying CJ and James versus Mitch and Zach. That would be epic.
That could be fun. Maybe we can do that tomorrow night?
That might be fun. Yeah, maybe.
Although again, when I'm playing, I'm not very talkative.
It's fine. I'll use that to my advantage and try to distract you.
It's funny you mention that, because that is actually a common cheesy tactic. I've noticed that when people are very talkative at the start of a game and trying to get you to respond to them, asking you questions, probing you, it's probably because they're about to cheese you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Starcraft is a game where you play to win.
No matter the cost.
And yeah, and those people should go back to the rule I stated before. Don't be a dick.
I was just discussing yesterday, in fact, that I believe there's this self-perpetuating cycle of hatred or dickishness, where one person is a dick to someone and then they just get so frustrated that they spread that.
Yeah, and someone else just said, I'm basically continuing on from what they said. You don't have to worry if James and Zach play with us about not talking, because I can guarantee you James will talk enough for all three of us. In fact, you may just want to mute him if he ends up playing.
And it looks like this matchup is about to get started.
Alright. Another ZVT.
Indeed, we're now on Zelnaga Caverns. This is a map from Wings of Liberty. It's a smaller map than the previous one.
Oh, I recognize this map.
This is my go-to map, simply because it's the name that I remember most easily. And once again, we have in the top right corner, Sobek in the red trunks playing as Zerg. And in the bottom left, we have Blaze in the green trunks this time, playing as Terran.
Oh, don't you love Starcraft early games? There's just so much to talk about.
Indeed. So, are you familiar with any of the new Heart of the Swarm units?
I looked them up a bit. I know what they are. I don't know exactly what they do. I know that Protoss has 3 new units. Terran has what, the Firebat Hellion thing, and I don't know what there is for Zerg because I never use Zerg. So.
Indeed. So the Protoss have 3 new units, whereas Terran and Zerg each have 2. Zerg receives the Viper, which is effectively a flying defiler from Brood War, as well as the Swarm Host, which is basically like the Lurker from Brood War. Once again, Sobek with that early scout. I believe Zerg tend to just let
Get
their
right in
overlords
through that
get.
wall.
Once again, poking around, making sure there are no shenanigans going on. No early gas that would signal potential Reaper harass.
Oh, it's gonna get that drone.
And there we go, that was a 14 hatch. And he went hatch first. So he's looking to build up an early economic advantage.
Oh, he's blocking out those refineries or the Vespene gas geysers.
That's right.
No more extractor harass this time.
Now, if I were Sobek, I'd be concerned right now what Blaze plans to do with that. For refineries, I believe those are fairly early to get both of them. So that signals tech rather than macroing up. Sobek has his pool going down. That was probably a 15 pool. Or it could have also been a 14, I guess. Missed the timing. That Overlord has been denied. He shall not pass.
Get out of here, Overlord.
Will he survive, though?
Oh, we see the frowny face. That is a clear sign that he did not like that.
Yeah, looks like he's referring to the drone that he lost by being walled in.
That's my Starcraft expertise there at work. I know exactly what he was thinking.
Seeing a worker split now. By Sobek. That's a fairly early factory. If he goes Hellions now, he might be able to do some serious damage. Reactor.
Now, do you
so
think
that's
this early tech? No, go ahead.
I was just saying that's a reactor, so we're probably going to see double Hellions pumped out.
I was just gonna say, do you think that the double refinery so early on was done as a response to the potential extractor harass that we would have seen, or is it just, or do you think he was planning on doing that from the start?
You know, that's a great question, and I could go either way on it. It's possible it's a bit of both, maybe. Maybe he didn't want to have his options limited, so he made a choice to tech up. The thing with teching up, he's going to need to make something happen, otherwise Sobek will have a great economic advantage over him.
Well, also, we should say, one of the disadvantage that Blaze has right now is that he has no idea. Well, actually, it's a 1v1 map, right? So he does know where he is. But he has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't know how
left his
early
base yet.
Sobek expanded. Yep, he's going to get that scouting information now. Probably should have sent out an SCV around 12 supply. Where are these Hellions coming back now? That was interesting. Maybe waiting for 2 more. There we go.
Waiting for the whole party.
And
So we're probably going to see a raiding party here.
one thing I keep forgetting, if any of my clanmates are listening, can you please PM me what is the shortcut to follow a unit so that I don't have to do this hideous scrolling thing. The roaches are up already. Looks like Sobek knows Blaze's playstyle well, but again, those Hellions snuck by and will be able to hurt some probes. Drones, rather. Protoss player here. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh! That spine crawler was like, no you don't! Got some Widow Mines going out. But the Zerling spotted him.
Now
And
for
the
me
roaches come to intercept.
Oh no. Oh, that was unfortunate because Widow Mines are the wild card here. If they burrow, if they burrow, they become invisible, and the Zerg has no detection right now.
Do Overlord spawn with detection, or do you have to upgrade that?
You have to upgrade them to an Overseer.
Okay.
And they'd need... Oh, macro
Yeah.
hatch going down. Looks like Sobek has plans for massing up real fast. Perhaps we're seeing some form of 2-base all-in right now. Maybe mass roaches. Although he's teching up to Hive, looks like. He does have the Evo chamber out, so he does have the tech to make an Overseer if he needs to. That wouldn't mind doing some damage, looks like. Blaze getting ready to expand. I like this placement of the Widow Mines. If any harass comes in, they'll be in for a world of hurt. But there's that Overseer, and we're going to see the Widow Mine cleaned out real fast.
We got a flying command center going down to the expansion over here.
That we do. Blaze taken as natural. Has a solid army, I believe, to defend himself, as he will soon make his... Or not. Okay, thought I was going to send over, do his worker split. Looks like Sobek is pushing out with those roaches and that Overseer, so they will be able to clean up the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines send out a powerful missile, but they take, I think, 15 seconds to reload, so it'll be 2 clean shots off before they can be cleaned up. Not sure what kind of damage that's going to deal. I only remember Widow Mines from early beta when they were OP. They were able to attack air units, cloaked units. It was frightening. I believe I stopped playing beta around that period.
It's so interesting how the development of Starcraft comes along with you know, things just starting out as completely overpowered, and then based on people complaining about it, you know, things kind of end up balancing themselves out.
Yeah, you know, I think Blizzard does a good job responding to the community and also the pro scene. You know, they keep an eye there, but they don't just balance around the pro scene, I believe. I believe they want the game to be balanced around all skill levels.
Mm-hmm.
These Marines.
Oh, smartly stops that advance, like a spider sense just kicked in. There are siege tanks nearby.
Indeed, that was great game sense from Sobek. He did not overcommit to that push. He just scared him off. He knows he's getting up his third base. Again, he has great vision of the map. He knows that Blaze is only on 2 bases, so he's not concerned. Again, as a Zerg, he just wants to mass up, take all the expansions he can. I'm hoping this match will see him be a little more aggressive in his taking of expansions.
Yeah, well, we already got a third one right here.
Once again, Infestation Pit going down. He's evolving pathogen glands, so we should see some Infestor play this game, which should be exciting. Infestors are spellcasting units, so they're fun to watch. Blaze has his stim out, no medevacs yet to heal those units, so he does not want to overstim. I think we're going to see some a creep tumor laid down so that Sobek can build a creep bridge between his bases.
And over by Blaze, we got the first starport going up. So, as if he heard you talk about those medevacs, I think we're going to start seeing some of those come out soon.
Once again, though, I would love to see some Banshees. I mean, at this point, Blaze knew last game that his opponent was very, very roach heavy. Even just a couple, just for harass purposes, would be able to take Sobek off his game, shake him up a bit. Sobek, meanwhile, macroing up real well, getting those drones, saturating his bases. And look at this secret hidden expansion by Blaze. Being sneaky, this is a gambit. This might pay off, or this could fail disastrously.
That's interesting. It's the only place where Sobek does not have vision.
Yeah, and it would probably be the last place he'd look, because typically it would be the top player who would claim this expansion. Will the Roaches be able to respond in time to save this base? Looks like it. Oh, just in time. That hatchery escaping with red health.
Oh. Too much drugs, guys, too much drugs.
Yeah, those units are borderline overstimmed right now. Where are those medevacs? Are they pumping out? Oh yeah, there we go.
Yep.
These siege tanks in an excellent position. Looks like Sobek, Blaze rather, was maybe trying to kite Sobek into range, but again, Sobek with that excellent game sense, not falling for it, not having any of that. And he's turning this base into an orbital. Very interesting choice. Typically the third base is a planetary fortress, especially when it's so far away from your main. Because you know, if that gets attacked, you won't be able to get your army there in time to protect it. But it was probably so that he can have these mules coming in, because he does not want to send SCVs halfway across the map and potentially give away his position.
Now I would have to imagine that Mutalisks would have to be, or some sort of air combat would have to be some sort of viable option here with all these siege tanks lining the base of Blaze. How is Zerg gonna get through this if not by air or drop?
Yeah, that's a great point. The question is Sobek aware of these siege tanks? I know he went very Link heavy. Looks like we're going with Banelings. Oh wow, that is a lot of Banelings.
Yeah. And he's gonna find out real quick that he has siege tanks, I can tell you that.
That he will.
He's gonna be like, hey, where'd my army go?
Oh, excellent Widow Mine placement. I believe they are in range. Just in range of those workers, and ouch! Wow. 4 kills with 1 missile. Let's see what this other one can do. 3 kills.
Oh man!
7 workers
That's
killed
nasty.
right there. And Sobek is overreacting
that whole army
to this.
coming to take
Indeed.
out. Or actually, he's not. He's saying screw it. Those widow mines aren't a threat anymore.
They're about to be in a few more seconds once they finish reloading, and let's see how many more kills they can get. This one up to 6 kills,
Oh my
and
God,
this one.
look at all those.
Well, only one more, but it's a free kill. I think Sobek should have expanded again to this place right here. But the engagement and those siege tanks, Sobek very quickly made aware of them.
At least he was quick.
Exactly,
Yeah,
quick
he
to
was
respond.
quickly
Yeah.
able to retreat.
He can, however, loop in this way and take out this expansion, and those tanks will be able to do nothing. And looks like Blaze is going to try to lure him back into those siege tanks. That's exactly what he's doing. There go the Banelings. Sobek was probably macroing up, not paying attention at the time. Oh no, those infestors. Don't kill those infestors. Lost one infestor. Blaze has actually pulled ahead here. 3 bases to 3 bases. Yeah. I don't think that Sobek is aware that his opponent is up a base. Again, Zerg always wants to be 1 base up.
Actually, he is. He's got a drone right next to that base.
Oh, you're right. He probably just realized this now, in fact. And he was wondering what to do, and probably crapping himself right now. Again, we're going to lose those infestors. What a shame. Full energy as well. Did get off a fungal or two. And they did a great job at shredding that Terran army. Scaring him off.
And that command center realizes it does not want any part of that expansion anymore.
Smart move, reacting before it gets attacked. Although, again, Sobek has not gotten any anti-air.
Oh, that's a lot of banelings.
And there are no siege tanks to take them out this time. This army could be cleaned up, and yeah, we've got the Zerg maxed out. This Terran army.
Oh, they're the Mutalisks.
Oh, excellent. They're gonna go take out those siege tanks, while the banelings take out this army.
Oh God, Zerg rush! Or rather, a rush of Zerg. Now, do those Widow Mines explode, or do they just fire rockets?
They just fire rockets indefinitely.
Can they be hit while they're firing, or are they completely cloaked?
They can be hit as long as you have vision. So they just need to move the Overseer over. Now, unfortunately, the Mutalisks were spotted crossing over the army, so that gave Blaze enough time to bring in some Marines to fight them off and defend those siege tanks. If he would just build 1 missile turret there, that'd be a pretty smart investment. How are we looking upgrades-wise? Looks like 2-1 for the Zerg. And 1-1 for the Terran. So the Zerg does have the upgrade advantage. But again, Terran on 3 bases, Zerg on 2 technically. So Sobek, although he is leading in unit supply, actually not in a great spot right now. He's hungry for minerals, he has enough gas, but Terran floating enough minerals to go without a base for a little while.
Alright, we're gonna see a battle here.
Excellent response, Thor, to deal with those Mutalisks.
Oh my God, where'd my army go?
And all those tanks are down. The Terran army melting. Zerg army took some losses as well, but I think Sobek came out on top. Yes, he's going to be able to scare off that expansion.
And, man, it's just like a steamroller going through.
Yeah, we've got those little roly-polies, banelings, in the mix. Looks like Blaze has realized he's floating way too many minerals, is responding by building more unit-producing facilities. Question is, can he fight off this push, or is this GG? That Thor getting caught. Zerglings tear up Thors. Now, I know I prematurely counted Blaze out last game, but I don't know how he's going to come back from this. He is mined out.
Yeah.
He does have enough. He has more than enough minerals to recover, but once again, Sobek not overcommitting, not just destroying his army there. Would like to see him rebuild another expansion here. He knows the state that Blaze is in. Once again, income the mules to bring up that income. The mutas are going to try again, see what they can pick off. Looks like there's a very low Marine count. Those SCVs weren't doing anything, so no big loss right there. Oh, and Vikings are coming out also to deal with the mutas. Blaze has scouted this third or fourth base. We must have missed when Sobek cleaned up those Widow Mines because he's rebuilding his base here. It's just what he wants to be doing. I would even go as far as to take this base. And actually, once again, Blaze has a significant army.
Yeah, but I mean, more than an army, we need to see some expansions if he's going to stay in this.
You're absolutely right. He looks like he was pushing out, but now he's running back to save his base. Blaze, I believe, has a stronger army
Once again,
now.
I would really like to see some Hydralisks in this army. But once again, he's hanging on there.
Looks like he has plans to take the gold. Great idea. He really needs that to get back into this game. Once again, he's mineral starved.
New lists are coming in.
They might be able to scare off that command center a bit, but the few Marines are there. And those mutas have melted. Blaze is going to need to commit everything to defending this gold base that he's going to float over. Unless he's looking to end the game right now. Which may be the case. If not end it, then at least kill one of his opponent's expansions. To at least bring them to more even footing. Sobek is running scared. He knows his army isn't very powerful right now. He needs time to build it up. Oh, that's a lot of infestors. Not sure. That's a lot of infestors. Not sure I agree with that.
And here come a lot of banelings.
I suppose if the infestors have enough energy for fungals, looks like they do, that is effective against this sort of bioball. It also hits the medevacs and flying units, so that can be counted as anti-air, assuming he uses it. Also can spawn the infested Terrans, which shoot up. But he's going to lose his other Expo now, and he cannot afford to be losing this.
Oh, it's bad positioning. But he's going to pull through it.
So right now, Sobek has no more mining bases. Blaze also has none. Clever use of the high ground right here. Those infestors are being used as meat shields.
Oh.
Those Terrans are going to come out too late. Would have been nice to have a fungal, but probably didn't have enough energy left. And here comes the mining. This is going to make Blaze win the game right here. Another Doom Drop coming in the base. He'll be able to take out his tech.
Whew, so quick on getting those, oh!
There's the fungal. Excellent positioning. The melee units cannot get there. Oh, that Evo chamber with 5 health. We've got some long-range mining going on. That is not ideal at all. If you look at the income tab, the Terran is significantly ahead. He's not mining any gas, but hey, doesn't really need it at this point with that enormous, well, the advantage he had. Now that he lifted off, it's gone, but Blaze does have the bigger army right now. And those tanks
Oh, siege
again.
tanks!
And that might have cost Sobek the game right there. Once again, these Marines cleaning up these poor, poor drones. And looks like we're going to be seeing a GG fairly soon now. Not sure how Sobek can come back from this.
You know, we've given up hope a little too early before. Let's give a rest on the it's over thing, I guess. But it is looking pretty bad.
Blaze is always on top of lifting up that command center. Could we be seeing the final engagement right here?
Right,
there we have it, GG.
Another good game going on right here.
So if this was a best of 3 series, looks like Blaze took it 2 games. I don't think I'd say decisive wins. I think they were fairly close games, especially that first one. Blaze, the Dark Horse, managed to come back against all odds.
Yeah, those were pretty amazing games. I'm glad I was able to watch them. I learned a lot, and yeah, it was very impressive. What do you think, CJ? Should we call this stream, or should we keep going for a match with us?
Well, I think we promised people at least about 2 hours, so maybe we can squeeze in one game, either something with us, or I can see if we can get some more people to play, or if you want, we can call it quits.
No, let's do a game with us. We promised that we would have some sort of game with me and you playing. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a match against AI? You want to do a match against random people? You want to do 1 versus 1?
We can maybe start off with the AI to sort of introduce ourselves to the new units. I will be back in just a minute. In fact, I'm going to pass you party lead if you want to set up a game.
Cool.
And I'll be back in just a minute.
Now I need to figure out how the hell I'm gonna create a game here, because I'm not used to Starcraft 2's interface. But if anyone would like to drop a question or something that you want me to answer, feel free. Now is your opportunity. Oh man, I hope CJ comes back soon because I gotta go to the bathroom. What's Gamefront gonna be doing in the near future? Well, next week we got Gears of War Judgment, and then I might or might not be doing Monster Hunter 3 for the Wii U. I'm not sure yet. Depends on if I have to end up bringing my Wii U into work, which I'm not really thrilled about, but we'll see what happens.
And as the Immortal says, I have returned.
Alright, then as someone else maybe may or may not have said in StarCraft 2, I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. But in the meantime, CJ, I don't know exactly how to set up a game, so if you want to do that,
Right.
and then invite me.
Right before you do that, why don't you go ahead and right-click my name and do promote to party leader or something like that.
Alright. There we go. Alright. I'll be right back.
Alright, I'll go about setting up this match. I'd like to give a thanks to our players Sobik and Blaze and Klanta for these great show matches. Very entertaining. Couldn't have asked for a better match to commentate. This was my first time commentating a game. I believe it was Mitch's as well. I think we had fun. We don't exactly know what we're talking about, but a very entertaining match to watch. So as Mitch alluded to earlier, playing against the AI, I believe now, with Heart of the Swarm, has you sort of level up. So the first time you play against AI, it'll be at the very easy or whatever the easiest difficulty is, and every match you win, you sort of progress and fight more difficult AI as you go up. So this first game, we're going to examine what the new Protoss units are. I'll build all three of them and try to show them off to you guys. Assuming this, again, will be very easy AI and we won't have to fret too much about not sucking. Once again, just going to put out a reminder about our contests. We're having one every day, one prize given out, Gamefront t-shirt. Today and tomorrow, and on Saturday our grand prize, a free collector's edition of Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. That's not a digital deluxe, that is a hard copy, the full box set.
Alrighty, I am back.
Welcome back.
I don't know if you were reading the chat, CJ, but someone said, what other game do you enjoy other than StarCraft?
Me or you?
He was asking you.
That's a good question. I guess...
That's a good question.
I used to be heavily into Unreal Tournament 3 back in the day. and then I became a video game journalist, and now I play so many games that it's hard for me to focus on favorites, really.
That's the thing about being a game journalist. You don't really have time to really master or really become, you know, a big fan of a single game. You got to move on to so many different games in such a short period of time.
That's exactly right.
But yeah, so you want to start up a game here? We do a 2 versus 2 versus AI.
Sounds great.
All right, CJ. So do we have a strategy going into this, or should I just mass sell it?
Well, I'll see what the difficulty of the AI is. As I was explaining, I believe we're going to be up against very easy AIs, so we shouldn't
Yeah.
fret too much. I'm going
Shouldn't
to
have
try
to
to
worry
build.
about too much.
Yeah, I'm going to build the new units just to show them off, so that people can see what they are. If anyone somehow, isn't aware.
One thing that I really like about Heart of the Swarm is that your probes automatically go towards the minerals right at the start.
Completely agreed. I was so happy about that, as well as giving you the worker count, how many you have mining, because I always have to do the manual count or the quick count, eyeballing it. But after playing the beta and going back to Wings of Liberty, I I suddenly felt very lazy. Sending out my 9 scouts since I'm not
That's
sure
right.
where they're going to be spawning.
That's right. I can chrono boost. I'm pro. Just want to say, CJ, I mean, speaking of base races, but I got my gateway out before you did. Haha. I win.
If I use the word build order, or the term build order, would you know what I'm referring to?
I would know what you're referring to.
Alright, so what build order are you going this match?
Well, I go with whatever I feel like. That's the build order that I typically go by. No, I'm probably gonna go three gateway.
Sounds good. Looks like we're matched up against, that was easy, right? One of those was easy, the other one is also easy, so we shouldn't be too concerned. We might have to face some early aggression, but... Then again, I'm not altogether familiar with the Heart of the Swarm AI, so...
It was pretty easy when I played against the AI.
And as I mentioned to you, I can't quite talk and play at the same time, so I've already messed up my build order terribly. This is embarrassing. I'm gonna go for an early Stargate, so I'm gonna go gas heavy early on. Want to pump out that Oracle and see what damage I can do to the mineral line. The Protoss finally have a real harassing unit.
That's not the probe.
Actually, gonna get out the mothership core now. Show you guys what that is.
I am here in the shadows.
You must construct additional pylons.
Justice has come.
So the mothership core is the...
Really not a fan. Oh,
Go ahead. I was gonna say the mothership core is the...
I was just gonna say, I'm really not a fan of this. I'm really not a fan of this voice telling me what I have and don't have enough of. It's pissing me off. Go ahead.
So the mothership core is the fastest air that Protoss can get out, so it's great against, say, roaches or zealots. But you want to get it out early because once you reach 100 energy, you have photon overcharge, which allows you to turn your nexus into a deadly weapon.
You must construct additional pylons. You have not enough minerals.
Hey, hey, get out of here. This is our base.
I am the vote. Me.
Guide
You have not enough minerals.
as all are one.
You must construct additional pylons. Research complete. My life for ire.
I really want my my warp gate upgrade.
Enough minerals. My life for ire.
Dimensional strings attuned.
Your probes are under attack. Just
Our window is short.
Do the Protoss have anything that can be made in the robotics facility that's new to Heart of the Swarm?
I don't believe so, no.
Oracle perceiving.
your allies are in battle.
Kinala atun. How can I aid you? An Erodine Rashagal.
Let's see how much damage I can do with these oracles. Thinking I can get at least 5, maybe up to 10 workers.
Extrapolating strings. I see it. It is destined. The stars align. Our fates are one. We interpret. Our fates are one. Extrapolating strings.
Prismatic core online.
Yeah, this is crazy damage that I'm doing right here.
An omen.
Like 28 kills?
Harmonized.
That was fun.
I see.
And they have to regenerate their energy, but
Direct us.
got sloppy on my macro there, but easy AI, no big deal.
Allies are in battle.
Keep.
My life for ire. Your allies are in battle.
Let us begin.
Your allies are in battle. My life for ire.
Alright, whenever you feel like finishing,
Rono Hashi.
I will wait for you here,
Us.
and we will go in together.
Paradakral.
Harmonized. We interpret. It is destined.
The void rays have changed pretty substantially. Also, they have now a ability that makes them fully charged right away, right?
Correct. Rather than the two-step process, they now stick with their base damage, which I believe the DPS has been slightly increased, and they have an ability somewhat like Stimpack that makes them do double damage against armored targets. If you want to push, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
We proceed.
Whoops.
Directive confirmed.
We'll just take different bases.
Your allies are in battle. Have not enough minerals.
I'm here in the shadows.
Your allies are in battle. We cannot hold.
And that's a GG.
Has the other guy not GG?
Are in battle.
Oh, because he expanded down here.
Directives.
We stand as one. You have not enough. Your allies are in battle.
I'm here in the shadows.
It makes me feel really good killing easy AI. I feel like a badass.
So in that game, we got to see the Oracle. We got to see the mothership, not the mothership. Yeah, the mothership core. Didn't get to Tempest, but that's more of a later game unit.
Is the Tempest the spellcaster flying unit for the Protoss now?
That's correct. Yeah. It's a great harass unit. For anyone watching, I got something like 28 kills between my two oracles. Most of those were workers, so that was terrible damage. Sorry, Mitch, were you having difficulty hearing me?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Still can't hear you, actually.
You can hear me now, though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Alright, well, looks like we might not have time for another match, so maybe we can call it there and resume tomorrow night.
Alright, sounds good. Well, thanks everyone for watching the day 3 of our StarCraft 2 streams. We're going to take a look at all the comments, see if anyone participated in our comment contest, and we'll select a winner, and you will get a Gamefront t-shirt.
Do you want to go over the details one last time for anyone who came in late?
Yeah, sure. The details of the contest are basically we want you to create a comment that has your own version of a StarCraft 2 unit quote. So you know how when you click on a siege tank, it goes. What does the siege tank say? Destination. Basically your own version of that. What else would a siege tank say if you were able to write the dialogue for that siege tank? And it could be any other unit. The person with the best or the one that we like the most will get a Gamefront t-shirt. Did that sound like it was clearly explained, CJ?
Yeah, great job, Mitch. And Saturday we're going to have our grand prize of the collector's edition of StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm.
Alright, well look forward to that, and thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure if it applies here, but regardless, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let me turn off the stream so that people can't hear me awkwardly talking to CJ afterward.